Version of my journal. I'm Steffanie Rivers. Come on into the conversation. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're looking forward to another great week. I am multicasting on several platforms, so you might be listening or watching on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or LinkedIn. But on whatever platform, you are welcome to like, share, and subscribe so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first to know. So, just an update before I jump into it about my health. I am getting better. So, thanks for all the well wishes and inquiries. And just trying to take it one day at a time. So, if you are new to my post, my videos, I want to thank you for stopping by. I know you're going to see something that you're going to like, share, subscribe so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first to know. And if you are returning, we want to welcome you back. Hi, Will Broom. How are you? Thanks for stopping by in the chat. Maybe you might want to come on or comment. You can do any of those. And surprised to see, people jumping in, especially since it's football over. I know some people are football people, but at any rate, there's always more important things than sports to talk about. And this is what we're going to talk about today. I know that many people have spent the last week trying to look at or share videos of murdered rapper Takeoff of the rap group Migos. And I just want to get your opinion on that. Did you see the video? Did you share the video? Would you allow your kids to see the video? Let's talk about it. So that's what we're going to focus on today. And the reason I think it's important to note is that last I heard, TMZ had the video posted to his website, and TMZ has made its name off of posting stories and videos that most news organizations won't. So is TMZ today's version of the National Inquirer? Remember, you used to go by the National Inquirer in the store on the way out of the grocery store, and you see these sensationalized pictures and headlines, and you would to make you stop. So TMZ has done that. They've turned the social media internet era into their era by posting things that most people won't. So why do we give them so much credibility? They were the first ones, in case most people know about TMZ. They got their own little 30-minute show where they highlight celebrity news and things going on. And if you're into that, I guess you're into that. But I've always had too much time, too many other things that I was responsible for me to sit down and watch a full episode of TMZ Live. I think that's what it's called. If I'm perusing through channel surfing, something might catch me, but most of the time it doesn't catch me. So in case you didn't know, TMZ was the first to publicize Rihanna and Chris Brown's domestic abuse story. And they were the first to post Kobe Bryant's death, helicopter crash scene death, and Michael Jackson's death. And it makes its money on posting and spotlighting the woes of Black people. And while I could expect more of TMZ, it's owned and managed by a white man. His name is Harvey Levin. And Harvey Levin, this is something I just learned recently. Harvey Levin said that he's been gay for a while, and he refused to come out public about being gay because he realized the backlash that he was going to have being a gay white man. And he was afraid of that backlash. but apparently Harvey Levin ain't afraid to exploit and dehumanize Black people. Okay, so why are certain people in certain segments of the population in America so revered, while most people um, don't care about offending anything about the Black culture, about Black people? Now, I could demand more of Harvey Levin, but I'm certainly going to demand more of myself and more of you, because he's not from our community. Um, we as Black people need to do better by us and better for us. FUBU, go back to FUBU. So if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I got my chill music playing a little bit in the background. And so, yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Now, not considering how if let's say, I mean, we all have relatives, okay? I wonder if anyone has asked Harvey Levin, or I wonder, because they have those newsroom type conversations when they have conversations when they air them. And I used to be a daily news reporter, so they're giving you that daily news feel. This is what we did in the field. This is what we got. And so I wonder, does anyone ever ask when they post these photos and talk about people? Because news is news, but there's always a way to say things to anybody and about anybody. I wonder, does anyone ask, what if this was your son, Harvey? Would you have posted a video of your son being shot dead, laying in the street, dying? Because that would make it newsworthy. The fact that he was Harvey Levin's son, that might make it newsworthy to some people that this guy was shot. So I wonder, would he be okay with that? Thanks, Facts Over Fear. Thanks for dropping in. Because we have to start asking ourselves before we start doing things, before we start exploiting people, before we start dehumanizing people. If this was my brother, mother, sister, daughter, neighbor, would I do this? Thank you, Facts Over Fear. Because I don't think people ask themselves that question. And I'm sorry that I'm starting to cry, because I didn't know Takeoff, but I know Takeoff had a mother and maybe sisters and friends, and now they have to see him dead and dying all the time. And so let me wipe my face right fast. So I keep going. Okay. Back on. So, because I won't be on here long, so I just wanted to see, what's the process for us making a decision in our lives. And so my heart goes out to Takeoff's family and his friends, and I hope that they are praying and working together to get to the bottom of what happened, as well as to get through what happened, because they gotta get through it. The message I want to share today is probably not what a lot of people want to hear or will stick around to hear, because it's not sensational enough. Most of my posts are not sensational, but I don't do the videos for entertainment. I do them because I care enough about my Black community, so I want to share my wisdom and my knowledge. So that's why I do it. So why do we as Black people participate in behavior that breaks us down as individuals and as a community? We've been taught to be our own worst enemy, when it takes the same energy and effort to be an asset to our community instead of a detriment to our community. We overvalue property and expensive clothes and shoes and houses and jewelry. And Tavis Smiley, when he was on the radio a couple of years ago, he would always say, we spend money to impress people who we don't like and they don't like us, buying clothes and all these things that we don't need. And at the end of the day, like what good is that when we could be using that money to improve our own community? So thank you. Crying is never a weak thing. Keep going, sis. Thank you so much. Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir, my help. All of my help comes from the Lord. I think I had the Mississippi Mass Choir. I had that tape. I don't know what happened to it. But yeah. And I'm a church girl. At least I used to go every Sunday. So at any rate, if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, subscribe so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first to know. So I want to just leave you with this. Instead of using our money to invest in other people's community and watch them build generational wealth with it, we need to somehow come back around to using our money and resources. And it's so many ways to do that. So, I don't have the specific answer, but getting in the mindset is the first thing that is it most important. Doing it, because you're not going to do it if you don't have a mindset to do it. So get in the mindset of creating wealth and just respect in our community. So when something goes down, people know that they have somebody that they have to answer to, and that somebody's going to hold them accountable. And so they know they can't get away with anything in our community. And speaking of money, if you pay taxes in the United States, your tax dollars are used to pay for schools and roads, pay law enforcement, including them crooked ass cops, and the good ones and the bad ones, okay? So why do some of us think it's okay to allow your tax dollars to be used without input from you at the voting booth? And I know, there's plenty of reasons why, or examples as to why you would say not to vote. But when you look at, I simply vote because you already got my money and you're already using it, and you're not going to use it without my input into how I think it should be used. And if you have kids, or if you own a home, if you pay property taxes, if you drive down the street and are subject to being stopped by law enforcement, these are all reasons why it's important for you to be a participant in the process, and that means voting. And so if you didn't already, what is it called? Early vote. It's up to you, of course. I ain't gonna tell you, you need. But I'm just saying, when you do the pros and the cons of, should I stay home, and what am I gonna get by staying home, and or what am I gonna get? Well, I might get by going to vote and staying in the process. You probably will choose to vote, and that's an important step. Or just staying engaged, asking questions, letting people know they just ain't gonna do anything and take your money. Okay. So that's really all I have to say. Is November 8th. Tuesday, November 8th is around the corner. And if you didn't early vote, be sure to get out there on November 8th. To find out more about the things that I care about, you can go to the written version of my journal. That's at eurweb.com. Thanks, and have a super day.